What's up? Welcome back to another video. So in this video, I saw something that really me off. There's this YouTube channel called TechLead, and 9 months ago, they made a video called My Problem with Tech YouTubers. I have no issue with people having an opinion. What I do have an opinion about is people doing something to put others down and knowing they're being hypocritical, and yet they're still doing it. Let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing you'll see when you go onto TechLead's channel, the TechLead show, and this is a very important aspect of the channel. You go down, so he's an ex-Google, ex-Facebook, ex-husband. That's his theme, okay? And his whole shtick is that he is a software developer. He knows what he's talking about. He worked on YouTube. He knows everything, clearly. When in reality, he doesn't. And there's been videos made on this channel which are very, 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 very not okay. Things like why Bill Gates got divorced as a billionaire. You are not entitled to make an opinion video about someone else's marriage. No matter what you think it is, you're not entitled to make that video. No matter who you are, you're not entitled to make that video. But that's not what this video is about. The problem with tech YouTubers, I should say, not my problem. Let's watch. And keep in mind, this guy is very minimalistic type thing. He's very all that. He's not very fair towards creators. Okay, let's watch.
That I have a problem with tech YouTubers.
Okay, that's fair enough. He's entitled to make that statement. He's entitled to have a problem.
In short, I believe that they promote this idea of consumption.
Not all creators do that. Not all tech creators promote consumption.
When you take a step back and see what we have here, it's really just Home Shopping Network 2.0.
Okay, so what he's saying is tech creators, they are employed to get people to buy stuff. They want people to buy stuff with their reviews. And okay, fair enough. You're saying that you want people to buy products, so you're going to give them to creators. But let's keep watching.
You remember Home Shopping Network? People would just go on TV and they would demonstrate these products, gadgets, and...
This is going to really date me now, but I am 18 and I cannot remember this.
Explain these products to you, try to sell them to you.
Creators don't do that though. What creators do is they have a review. They give their honest opinion. There might be one or two bad eggs in there that don't give their honest opinion. But for the most part, they give their honest opinion and they just leave it up to you. You're not being forced to buy the product that the creator is showing. Oftentimes with creators like Unbox Therapy, they're showing ridiculous products that no one should buy. Things like the caviar iPhones. No one should buy those iPhones. And yet, he's saying that the creators are trying to convince you to buy the products.
It's really the exact same thing. Sure, maybe the hosts now are a little bit cooler, a little bit hipper, and you've got these people that are even going to the extremes of using expensive Red cameras.
Marquez has said in the past, he uses a Red 8K cinema camera because he enjoys the process of filming content. He pursues the highest quality possible, and that's good for him. He's built his brand on that, and he's okay. He's entitled to do that. But by saying things like that, you are really gonna people off.
All to what? To really just glorify...
Okay, he's gonna say it's to glorify smartphones.
Some phones, some gadgets,
No, they shoot on Red cameras because they want to pursue technology. They want to pursue their passion of filmmaking. Would you say the same thing about Peter McKinnon, who bought a Red camera? I don't think so.
Some computer, a laptop, and really to get you to want to consume some product.
Technology is a tool. Most people know that technology is a tool, but the reality is, yeah, okay, technology is a tool. He's not accepting that. He's saying technology is a consumption device. And sure, there's PlayStations out there and you have all that. But for the most part, people are using technology as a tool in their everyday lives. I use technology as a tool to create these videos, to create my podcast, to take photos, to edit my photos, to upload and share my content. Not everybody uses technology as a consumption device for gaming. There are people out there who use them for gaming and for consumption purposes, and that's fair enough. It's fair to say we all use them for Netflix every now and again. But for the most part, technology is a tool, especially in the age of a pandemic. There's never been a better time to use technology as a tool. And he's disregarding that fact.
If you think about it, our modern society's obsession with phones is really a cause of these promoters.
No. Technology is a tool, yes. We are all obsessed with having smartphones and gadgets and gizmos. Yes, we are. We all like having tech. I mean, I got a smart speaker just because of the tech. But we're not going to go out and get it just because Marquez told us, yes, this is the best thing ever. He's not the one who designs the technology. He's just there to showcase it. And I know I'm using Marquez as an example in this video, but he's just the first person that came to mind. Yes, technology influencers in air quotes, do showcase technology products. But they're not the ones forcing you to buy it. You don't have to buy it.
These influencers who all they talk about are the latest phones and gadgets.
That's their job. It's their passion. And yet, you're taking that away from them.
From Samsung, Asus, iPhone, Android, Google, and all of these other...
Yeah, okay. They showcase the latest tech. It's their job. It's their job to showcase the latest tech.
Manufacturers, and this whole industry is fueled and propelled by these big brands, which are really just promoting these people.
Let me tell you something. Tech brands do not promote creators. Yes, okay, creators get benefits from working with brands. Jacqueline from Nothing But Tech worked with Samsung on a video 2 years ago where she traveled around Europe showcasing the Galaxy Note 9. And it was on the theme of connections. Okay, that was a lovely Christmas video. The companies don't promote creators. The creators worked for this, and because they worked and had dedication to their craft, the companies recognized this and gave them opportunities. Well, this is interesting. His whole shtick is, I am a tech software engineer. I have been working on products. I've been doing all this. And yes, he's been neglecting the fact that people actually genuinely enjoy technology and get excited about technology. And yes, he thinks he's entitled to say this just because he's a software engineer, an ex-software engineer.
There are people, they're not even tech enthusiasts. They're more like tech consumers.
No, there are people who have built a career on recommending products, who have built a career on their knowledge of computers.
People who get a thrill out of pure consumption because, I don't know, maybe because that's just the way they were raised and think.
Not everyone with a tech YouTube channel is entitled. I don't need the latest tech, but I enjoy talking about the latest tech. I enjoy discussing it. I enjoy looking and researching it because that's what I enjoy doing.
Thinking that an item is going to bring them some type of happiness.
Yes, a new smartphone when you get it will bring you a little dopamine rush, a little bit of happiness. You'll be happy that you earned your money for a long time. You've been saving your money, and then you get to spend that money on something you genuinely like.
When in reality, You know the saying, you don't own an item, the item owns you.
Nobody says that.
And so what I'm saying is that in reality, life is just not that complicated. Buy a few items, buy a laundry machine, buy a refrigerator, a microwave, a toaster oven, and just call it a day.
This is coming from the billionaire who doesn't spend his money, by the way.
That'll be it. You don't really need to research all that much more into it. Buy a phone, if it can do some basic web surfing and take some pictures for you, maybe that's going to be good.
Maybe some people genuinely would love to have the latest and greatest stuff. There's people who buy the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2. What would he say to them? There's genuine reasons people like buying smartphones. Do not make someone feel bad for what they like.
Enough. And so what I'm saying is that at the end of the day, it shouldn't be all that complicated. A lot of our hysteria, the mass hysteria that we're seeing
What? Mass hysteria? What?
around phones and gadgets and laptops,
Does he even know what mass hysteria actually means?
it's manufactured by these people.
It's promoted and manufactured, the love of smartphones. So, Steve Jobs, when he introduced the iPhone, you can thank, NKBHD for introducing the iPhone and making everyone fall in love with smartphones with touchscreens and all that.
Whereas in reality, this purchasing decision is really no different than when you go out and buy a hair blower, a refrigerator.
No, because you use a smartphone at least 50 times a day. A hair blower, you can use it once a day, maybe twice a day. That's it. A smartphone literally lives in your pocket. You use it for everything.
A microwave, a toaster oven, a table, a chair. It's just a utility, an appliance to help you get through your day. And
a smartphone is a tool to help you get through your day as well.
You don't need to be filming your refrigerator with a $10,000 red cinematic.
He keeps going on about the red cameras. He doesn't understand the reason people buy red cameras and use red cameras is because it helps them grow their business, it helps them get more opportunities, and it helps them pursue better content. I mean, I'd choose on a red camera if I had the luxury of doing it.
A camera, creating a short mini film about it, showing off the refrigerator's features and all of its compartments.
Nobody wants to learn about a refrigerator. That's the difference. Nobody cares about your refrigerator.
In 8K S-log footage using...
Who wants to tell them that 8K S-log footage? Not really a thing.
In HDR 10-bit colors,
Not everyone shoots in HDR, even if they have a red camera.
multiple camera angles and an entire studio.
People get studios because it helps them grow their business and their team.
Just to film this, it's not really all that necessary, although if somebody were to go out and do that and they were getting paid enough to do it, then they can create a sort of mass hysteria around this.
He doesn't realize that people get studios because it helps them grow their business.
And quite frankly, the same goes for so many other categories on YouTube that we see out there. Productivity is another one. You see a lot of productivity YouTubers promoting using Notion.
Because Notion is genuinely impressive. I use Notion literally every single day for planning out my content, making sure that I'm up to date with all my videos. I mean, here, for example, I have my Notion here, my Notion desktop. I literally use Notion every single day. I use it for college, I use it for planning out my content, I use it for just everything.
Notion is this new app, or Evernote, or some other note-taking type of application, as if this is going to completely change your lifestyle.
Notion has changed my life organization-wise.
And then you have all these people going around looking for how to be more productive, trying to download all of these apps and signing up to them, paying the monthly.
You don't have to pay the monthly subscription to Notion. There's literally no monthly subscription. Thank you very much.
Service fees. Whereas in reality, maybe you don't need any of these things. You know how I stay productive. I just use a standard plain text file.
Coming from the billionaire who doesn't spend any money.
And then just write my notes in there. And if you take a look, so many other very productive, highly productive entrepreneurs, that's the exact same technique they do.
Who cares? Different things work for different people.
Don't use any fancy note-taking apps or apps to remind you to take a break every few minutes, sleep timers.
Sleep timers are genuinely useful.
Aura rings and fancy new
Aura rings do their job for certain people who actually use them. They might not be for you, but that doesn't discount them.
nutritional diets, supplements, and ketosis and detoxes. Like maybe you don't need any of this. What if I were to tell you that everything you need is already there, right in front of you? You already have it. You have all the tools that you need in order to be productive, in order to succeed. And then the next stage is maybe it's time for you to actually just start putting in the work, right?
Oh, he doesn't realize, does he? If you literally look up iPhone 12 on YouTube, there's about 100 different 12-year-olds that come up making YouTube videos about the same iPhone 12. People put in the work to make YouTube content. You're not special. He's not special.
Maybe that's really all it is. And perhaps you don't need to spend any more time procrastinating, consuming other people's content. At the end of the day,
He doesn't realize how many people actually run a YouTube channel on YouTube, does he?
these other people, they're just trying to sell you something. They're
Not trying to sell you something, reviewing a product. They never forced a gun to your head and told you had to buy it. They just reviewed the piece of tech. It's your decision if you want to spend your money on it.
trying to get you to waste your time by watching their video, and at the
People watch people's videos because they genuinely enjoy watching them.
end of the video, they're just trying to get you to buy the product that they're showing off, and then hey, maybe the whole video was sponsored by this brand.
Hi, I just want to interject here because this is an updated video that he did, and he just said in this video that people are trying to sell you something. Well, if you look here in his video, he's very hypocritical because in the top pinned comment here, YouTubeBackstage.com, what is that? Learn how I built a 100,000 plus business on YouTube. You go here to YouTube Backstage and you figure out it's just his course. He's telling you not to buy courses, all that, but he's literally just telling you you need to get a course to do that, when you really don't. And he's saying things like you're being sponsored and all that. Well, look at here. All his description is full of links to affiliates, which also count as getting money from companies because you redirect people and all that. It's very hypocritical.
If it's a sponsored video, a creator will disclose that at the start of the video and they will give their genuine impression even so.
In the first place, and then that really makes you begin to question, what is this that you're even watching?
It's a creator's video that you genuinely want to watch. No one's forcing you to watch the video.
It was just something that I began to realize as I consumed more and more YouTube content.
So he admits to consuming YouTube content.
And I realized that everything out here is a brand advertisement
Not everything is brand advertisement.
and infomercial. You take a look at the biggest YouTubers out there, right? Maybe MKBHD
And he calls out MKBHD directly.
or Unbox Therapy. These
Unbox Therapy, I'm not personally a fan of. However, he's doing great things. And if he is able to do what he enjoys, all the power to him.
people have 10 million subscribers.
Yeah, because they work for it.
And I'm not saying that their content's trash. In fact, it's probably pretty good. It's great. But at the same
He doesn't even watch the content. And he's calling them out.
time, it's totally promoting consumerism.
No, it's not. They're just reviewing the piece of tech and it's your choice if you want to buy it.
And it's really just Home Shopping Network 2.0.
And that's that.
So thanks for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below, or join the Discord. Link is always in the video description. My name is Connor, and I'll catch you.